All right, Sky, now we're going to take a look at your butterfly from the underwater view, okay? And as we come forward, I love right off the bat that we can see your eyes are looking straight at the bottom of the pool. So head position, body position is really good. Can see the separation in the legs. The knee bend is good. Could be just a little bit more, but fairly good. You can just see how separated the legs are, and again, they look like they're not exactly on the same kick, on the same timing. Take this off, and then as we move forward, nice pull. I like how you reach at the back end of your stroke, so you really finish well. And then as you come over and in, right in front of the shoulders, good entry position, good head position, and good hips. So you're in a very good line to be fast with your butterfly. Entering here, up through the hips, so a nice straight line. Would like to see your chest maybe a little lower, so if your hands are here, maybe your chest is down here a little bit more, and you're lifting up just slightly to the hips. Makes kind of an inverted triangle. That's what we look for on some swimmers as they're swimming butterfly. We don't want it too pronounced, but just a little bit more than what you have right there. You follow through a little bit, and that creates it a little bit more. And then when you're going into your catch, the one thing I noticed on your catch, you do a good job of catching the water with your hands. I would like to see your elbows stay up though. So as you're at this point, you see how flat that is, and that's really going to be kind of pushing you up. So you're pulling down and almost straight down at that point. And what we want to be doing, and that's going to push all your energy straight up. So what we want to do is keep that elbow more here, not drop it, and try to get the forearm in the vertical position a little bit quicker, so that more of your energy is being pulled, your arms are being pulled back and down, so more backwards, and then your energy that's pulling you is more forward and up into that breath. So at this point, you're just more dropping the elbows and pulling yourself straight up in the water than pulling yourself forward. So if we can get those elbows up to stay up a little bit longer, that's going to help you pull yourself forward a little bit more. And you can just see all the way to this point, you're in a good position. Hands are close under the body, so I like where your hands are. But again, I would like to see your elbow in a different spot. So instead of your arm like this, be more like this with your elbow up with it, so that it's a little bit more of a vertical forearm than a horizontal one. You're closer to horizontal than you are to vertical at this point, and we want to have that forearm really pulling the water and pulling you forward at this point. As you get here, this is where you get to that point where it's a little more vertical, but you can still see that because those elbows have led the way, your hands are still pointing more towards the bottom than they are towards the back wall. We really want them at this point to be pointing just like that, straight down. So your hands should be on the lines that are more straight down at this point. Then as we move forward, again, nice hip position in your kick. And again, we can just see a little bit more separation on the kick. So as you're coming here, you see there's your left foot and there's your right foot. So we just want them together on that same plane. We don't want them separating. Your surface area, whether there's separation between the 2 feet, won't really matter as much as the feet in the same kicking position as they're going through the kick. And you're just leading the way a little bit with one foot over the other, and that's going to cause it to be a little bit less powerful. Again, good knee bend there in the kick, good delivery of the kick. And a little less on that second kick. We want a little bit more bend. As we come into the wall, again, good stroke into the wall, good speed. Headed down and then up a little bit. So that's kind of creating your head to lift out of the water first. Want it to be, but those knees coming underneath the body are awesome. So you get really tight in your tuck. That's leading to a pretty good turn. Like I said, mechanically, I like a lot of things you do on the turn. feet are in a good position, you're in a good position to push off. So we want the feet to be relatively high on the wall. Underneath the tiles is perfect. And then we want that push off to happen on this angle that you have. So you're doing a good job of not being too shallow with that push off. So if we let it go, you're on that line and you push off on that line. Now, as you're coming off the wall, we can see that your body line is curved quite a bit. So we want to keep it straighter and not try to kick so soon. Chris talks about this all the time, getting a body length off the wall before we try to start kicking. So you want to be in a straighter line. If I'm drawing your body, you're making this U of your body at this point. And really we want it to be straighter. So I want that straight line instead of it being U'd like it is there. That will create a lot of drag as you're pushing off the wall. And we don't want to use our arms too much in the dolphin kick. You can see here you're trying to initiate the dolphin kick more from the hands. So there's a lot of up and down movement with the arms. That's going to slow you down a little bit in that kick out. And again, up into the first stroke, you take a breath. We want that on the second stroke. And again, I like the entry position. I like the head position. I like a lot of things about your butterfly. Again, just trying to get those arms a little bit more vertical at this point. Again, it's trailing back here, and we want the elbow to be more in front so it doesn't want to drop quite as quickly, and that'll get you into more of a vertical forearm position to pull more water. And then as we finish it out, nice job overall. So things to take away are just, keeping the kick together, making sure that we're keeping our elbows up and we get those high elbows so we're not dropping them and losing that forearm, or having the forearm more horizontal so it pushes us up rather than forward, would be the two real big points to work on.